We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their colors fly. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die.
Shalom to all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. ISUPK Detroit will be hosting our felony expungement event every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will be helping people fill out the paperwork to get the process started to get your felonies expunged. How do you feel right now?
I feel great. This is a beautiful program. It was quick. They was very helpful and informative about the rights of the prisoners, trying to help them get out with a good time. This is a very good program. I think you brothers is doing a good job. They need more positive outlooks like this.
Make sure you follow ISUPK Detroit at Detroit Israelites on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe, like, and comment. If you want to make an appointment, you can dial 810-392-3261 or you can dial 586-382-0569. In addition to that, we'll be doing other programs in the future, such as health programs, food drives, and etc. Stay tuned by following us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Detroit Israelite.
We bout to bombard they whole operation. Certified priest, prophesied, this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style, can't stop now. Far this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens, about to make it hot, call it compound. For my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord call for the bloodhounds. Try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his vengeance. Ain't got no love for them crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches. For the Avengers, this your death sentence. I'm talking prepare slaughter. these rappers back to school. My flow Sandy Hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hang down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag and a badge. I see horns and a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife to they throat like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Tell them devils that the end is near. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back! Ah!
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
Yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Tell them devils that the end is near. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of them slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
I feel like whoever got the call still hit that was
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. As if they make the wrong move it cautious. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. As if they make the wrong move it cautious. Hey. One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie ain't no coward in me, cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder, you ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat, hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some, get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest, I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are
Right,
GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Know it's arc, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they boss shit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the boss shit.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I didn't. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's sold out on. Either fold or salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. Know what it is, man. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want you. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
Yours in just a second.
Come on, God.
Yours.
Come on, God. Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel, Officer 500 Qatar, under Command General Hani in the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And this is another La-Sha-Wan Kodash class coming back, bringing you your heritage, a little bit of your culture back. week by week. And you know these classes are every week, so lucky if we're being off schedule as usual. But here we go again. So we're going to start off with the alphabet. Of course, I usually go over the alphabet, but right now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write out the actual characters. And then we're going to go through and give you a little bit of time to see if you can readily identify these characters and fill them in yourself. And then we'll fill them in as we go along. And I'll probably start off with about 4 to 5 a line. If it get too big, too small, let me know, and I'll definitely enlarge them for you. And again, as usual, we want to make sure that we kind of go through these on a regular basis. Make sure we know the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, just as well as we know the, I guess, quote unquote, English or Greco-Roman alphabet. You know, we need to be familiar with our culture as we are with the culture we were raised in the world. So it's a part of that reprogramming. And don't be afraid to use it in your everyday life as well. Because at my slave today, many occasions, sometimes I catch myself, and they get it after a while, I catch myself speaking in Hebrew to me. To them, they ask me a question, hey, do you want to, go eat such and such, such and such? Nah, I'm good. And they understand exactly what I mean. They'll pick it up. So you have the first 2, 4, 6, 12 characters on the board. Give you a quick second to get them down, say them out loud, however you want to go over them. I say do all 3. You write it out, say it out loud, make sure you read it to make sure that you hear it, get familiar with saying it as well as pronunciating it and writing it as well. So first character is the I. Second character is the Ba. The third character is the Ga. Fourth is the Da. The fifth, and if this is too cramped, let me know. Ha. And the sixth is the Y. I guess that is a little too cramped. The next set, I definitely space it out a little better. Then you have the Za, the Ka, the Ta, the Ya, the Ka, and the La. And also, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to throw them in the chat. I'll definitely check it periodically to make sure I get it in. If I can't answer it, I'll definitely ask a mighty man above me to get them answered for you. I think I'll just do 6 at a time. I don't want to cramp the bottom too much. So you have 6 on the board. Of course, some of them are familiar to or maybe similar to what we see in the English language. Like I feel the za might be readily identifiable, the la as well might be readily identifiable. And even when you look at the ma and the na, when you recognize the ma, it kind of looks like a flipped upside down M with a Y at the bottom of it. So I feel like it's kind of readily identifiable. But whatever you can pull out that helps you readily identify the sounds when you see them, it just helps you as we progress in the pronunciation and the reading and so on. So you have the ma, the na, the sa, the I, the pa, and the taza. I feel like the taza always looks like a flag, so that's just me. And moving on. I feel like I always draw that one kind of weird, but I feel like if you've seen it, you know what I'm trying to do. So the last four, give you a quick second. These should be easy. Um, and then some of the characters definitely look like something that's in, well, a few that's in the current alphabet or the American alphabet or the English alphabet. So the Y looks like the Y. To me, the phi looks like a kind of lean T or maybe a stretched out X. Definitely the shy is a W. Ra kind of looks like a backwards R without the, you know, and then you have the qua. Oops, Slovakia. And I was just about to say, even though you say qua, it's not a U. To me, I look at that's just the efficiency of the language. It's already built in. So we know we went over the alphabet. What we'll hit on next. The last time I was with you, we went over the vocabulary with the A's, different A words. So today I'm still going to give you more vocabulary. Make sure you write them down because then we'll start going over sentence structure, going over different prayers, readily identify them to the point where I'll just be writing maybe the characters of the Hebrew, a few words on the board, and let you write it out, translate it, and see how we go from there. All right. For the B's, I want to say, well, I guess it is quite a few B's. I might just do half of the B's today, because I still want to go back over, make sure we hit our days of the week again, make sure the days of the weeks and the months, which is really repetitive because we don't say January or February. It's just month one, month two, and so on. But we still need to be familiar in our own culture. So, first vocabulary word is baby. I'll go to the other side a little bit easier. And even though right now, since I'm writing it out in the English, I'm writing from right to left. When I begin to write in the Hebrew, which I always try to write at the bottom so you see the difference, it will be from, I mean, from left to right, I'll write from right to left. So I can. Tha, ya, na, wa. And as you see, you can already tell this last will be connected. So when we write it out in Hebrew, you'll see a connector. But the rest, as you can see, is already spaced. So you have the tha, the ya. I need to write that a lot better. Ya, na, and the wa, like I said, is connected. So you have the wa and the pa with the connector at the bottom. Not all the time you'll see the connector at the bottom, but starting off, I'll make sure you see it. Tha, ya, na, wa. Back. It is simply ga and the ba connected. Make sure there's a space there so you can see. Bad as in good and bad. I might do 2 to 3 on the board. These aren't too big. It's the rye, which is the ra and the I connected. The next word is bake. The sister baked us a cake, so forth, bake. Ah, pa, which is simply the ah and the pa and the ha connected. Banana. Good night. Almost pump fake. This one actually is similar to what we call it, ba, na, na. So, not banana, like most people would say banana. It's ba, na, na. So you can see the etymology root clearly in this word. And in other languages, you see the same thing. In Spanish, you'll see some words that's similar, so as language progress and culture has progressed, some similarities say the same, and vice versa. Baptize, right? And base, do 2. And that is to ball and base is na, ba, za. And I'm gonna pause after I write these out because just looking at the alphabet that we wrote out earlier, you should be able to put together, remember from right to left, the actual Hebrew characters. So for baptize, you have the ta, ba, and the la for the baal connected. And for base, you have the na separate, the ba, the za, and the ha. The za and the ha is connected. Bastard and bathe or bath. So bastard, you have mamazar, and bath, you have amabat. So the first shouldn't be hard at all. You have the ma, zar, make that clear. Connected. And you have the ma, bat. Connected. Next word up is battle. And a lot of brothers know exactly what I'm talking about. Just going through Hebrew Academy right now. You're really getting very familiar with that Yakarab. So, Most High in Christ, stay with it. I think that's a better cue. Quiet. I'm gonna figure out a comfortable rate right now. Bee and beard. Confused. Simply Haya. I guess you can kind of say similar to the phraseology that people mimic when they try to do karate. And beard is Za Quan. Yeah, I think that's a better way of writing it for myself. Then you have beast and beautiful. And as I go through the vocabulary, I started putting certain people's names together as I come across. It's like, oh yeah, so that's what they named me. So it's important to have some sort of vocabulary with them. Good journal, something that you can keep up with. Ba, na, ya, pa. Sure I get that Bible roll high. Because it be bad rather. So I Kaya simply and then you have the mountaintop. Cool. Wow. Before and beginning is it in the beginning? And that's Lapan Ya. And beginning is Ra'ash Ya. Ra'ash Ya. Ra'ash Ya. So after you get familiar with the alphabet and you see the pronunciation of the word, writing out the actual Hebrew characters and using putting them together becomes easier and easier. So you have to go both ways, bitch. So for the last set, or I'm gonna switch these up. So I'll write out what it is in English, and then I'll write out the Hebrew characters, give you a minute to pronunciate them, and write those out, write the pronunciation out. So the word is behind. So you have the Hebrew characters. Now, what's the pronunciation for you? Write that out. So you have the ah, Kamaka. Give you a little time to write it out. And remember, when you write it out, you're going to start from the right going to the left, reading it in the Hebrew. Right? The first character, you have the ah. The second set, you have the ka, CHAA, R with the ra, the ka and the ra, and then you have the ya. Behold, and I'll put two up. And believe. I give you a minute. Behold and believe. Here you have the Hebrew characters. Above it, I need you to write in the pronunciation. Second from that. So behold is Panah. The na and the ha is connected, as you see. Believe is aha mayan. Ha mayan. The ya and the na is connected. Then you have black. And blackboard. The Hebrew characters are as follows. Give you a minute. Pretty sure you've heard a few brothers' names in the truth already with this. So when you see it in Hebrew, you're ready to identify it moving forward. But you have the Shah, the Ka, and the War, which is the Y and the Ra connected. And the blackboard is simply the La, the Y, and the Ka. So the Y and the Ka is connected, the La is by itself. I'll say we probably got about 12 more before we get into the days and the months of the year. Matter of fact, we might just go over the salutes, the greetings. Yeah, we can probably move into that. So you have blaze and bless. So blaze and bless. Give you a minute. And make sure you keep going over, like if you got flashcards or however you choose to memorize these words, it does help that when you see it, you identify, you read it, because as you get into other texts, you'll pick up on certain words a lot quicker when you're reading it or sounding them out or reading out loud. So blaze is simply lahab. I'm pretty sure you know a couple names, some officers with both of these words in their name. And bless is simply Barak. Blaze is lahab, bless is Barak. Blood and blue. First one might be pretty simple for you. I'll let you go through that one. The second one, give it a minute. I'm pretty sure you can identify the characters fairly easy. So blood is simply dam, and blue Faka La. Faka La. Body and book. Body and book. I'll give you a quick second. So for body, you have the guy, the Y, and the pi. The Y and the pi connected, so you have guy, Y. And for book, you have the psi, which is by itself, the pi and the ra connected, which is simply par. It's a par. The next two are born and box. I was born in March. I was put in a box. Born in box. There you have it, born in box. You have characters there. We'll go ahead and fill those in. You have the na, the wa, the la, and the ka. The la and the ka is connected. So you have na, la, la. And box is the ba, well, the ba and the ha is connected. So you have the tha, and it's just the ba. boy, see if we can get 3. Branch, and let's do brass. So boy, branch, and brass, you have 3 words. You have the Hebrew characters on the far right. Go ahead and write out pronunciation in the middle. I always say, maybe just start off with just writing out, if you don't really get the conjugations or how you conjugate the actual word, write out all the symbols first and then work on that part later. But usually you'll get it. You usually just drop a letter. For example, for boy, you have the ya, the la, and the da, which the la and the da is connected, so you just have lad. Yeah, lad. For branch, you have the I, the na, and the pa. The na and the pa is connected, so I not. And then for brass, you have the na, the ka, the sha, and the tha. So you have na, ka, sha. Write that a little lower, get it all in. Which is the sha and the tha connected, SHATH. Na, ka, sha. That's for brass. Bread, break, and bring is the next set of words. I think we have 2 more sets out of that, and then we'll move into the days of the week. Bread, break, and bring. So you have bread, break, and bring. You have the Hebrew characters in the far right. Make sure you go ahead, take your time, write it out in the middle. so many questions you have in the chat. I suggest make flashcards. You know, I'm pretty sure there's some words that you might use more on a daily basis than others. Like, I might not never say the word circumcised in a day in the world, but behind, book, box, words like that, definitely. So all of these words, study up, get familiar with them. So bread, we have up, lacum, break and shabar, which is the bar, the rod connected, and bring is by your eye. Actually, I didn't mean to connect those. So the by your eye are all separate. By your eye. So it will be, the pronunciation is different because if it was together, you would just say by ya. By the ya and the ah are connected, it would just be ya. By ya. But since they're not connected, you want to pronunciate them separately. So you have ba, ya ah, ya ah. Okay, we have, 6 more words to go. Bronze, brother, and brown. Like, so bronze, 3-syllable word, of course, two are connected. So you have the ah, the ra, and the da. Irod. Irod. And like in the previous example, if it wasn't connected, it would be Irod, but it's not. So it's simply Irod. Brother, of course, you hear this very familiar. It's ah. You have the ah, the ka together, it's just ah. And then brown, you have the sha, calm. Last set, build, butt, and butter. Give you a minute for those. Go over the last three of the vocabulary for the B's before we move into the salutes. Give you a hot minute to sign those out. Build, button, butter. You have the I, the by, and the high. The nine, the high is connected. So you have the by, na. The but, you have the I, the by, and the la. The by and the la is connected. So it's abal, and butter. You have the ka, the ma, and the I. Kama'a, all separate. Ka-ma, I. Ka-ma-a. Right. Last section we are going to go over our greetings, or the salutes rather. So you know for the salute for the brothers, we say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah, or a thumb, depending on the plurality of it. We'll go with both. For the sisters, it would be Yahweh Shema Alatah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, or a thign for the plurality of it. And then we'll break down what it means so you actually know what you're saying for the sisters. We'll take it in steps. So I'll write out the pronunciation, go over what it means in the English, and then we'll write it out in Hebrew characters. So it won't be too confusing going left to right and then right to left. So the first word, the first line, Yahweh Bahasham, which will be the Most High in the name. So we're asking the Most High in the name. You'll see what that name is in the second portion we're going to go over. So how would we write out Yahweh in the Hebrew characters? I'll write out the English so you'll see it. So Yahweh, the Most High, in the name Bahashem. So when we write it out in the Hebrew characters, we have. Give you a quick second. This is the same exercise we just went over with the words. And you just take your time, isolate each one of them. You see these are connected. Yeah. Common concept. You see these are connected. So you have the Yah, the Ha, and the Wa. The Wa is connected, the Wa and the Ha connected. So what would that be wrote out in Hebrew? You have the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, and the Ha. But in the Baha, and you have the Sham, which is connected, which is the Shah and the Ma connected. So Yahweh in the name, this is what it is in the Hebrew character. The last part of the move is Yahweh Shah Barak Apah. So the previous line was the Most High in the name of, which we're going to pick up is Yahweh Shah. Space it out just for pronunciation purposes. Bless you. So this was the name of Yahweh Shah, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bless you. So writing that out in the Hebrew characters, and as we write down at the beginning of every class, we go over the alphabet, just keep it with you, and then just go down and translate. So you have the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, the Sha, and the I. The Sha is connected, so that is the and then you have Barak, the Ba, the Ra, and the Ka. the Ra and the Ka is connected. So you have the Barak, and the Atha is the U, which is simply the I and the Tha. Now, if you have more than one person that you're saluting, it won't be the Atha. Shalom Christ La-Sha-Wan. It will be the Atha. Just left like 5 minutes ago. I don't know if it's story now. It might have been just less than 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Actually, let me make a correction. The I is separate. I'm gonna space it out a little bit more. And the Tha and the Ha are connected. So the plural would just be a thumb, which you will have the plural. So you have Yahweh Shimi Al-Shabrak Tha or a thumb. A Tha or a thumb. So if it was singular, of course, you're just going to say a Tha that goes to the singular. If it's more than one, it would be a thumb. That is the plural. Let's go into the salute for the sisters. And then we'll do a basic prayer for the meals and then a saluting of the Torah. So the sisters were similar to starting off will be the same. Yahweh, Shamar, Al, Atha. Maybe I should put that a little closer to get it all on. Which is, of course, as before, the Most High, Yahweh, the Shamar, just like we have a Shamar department, watches. The aisle, the I and the La, aisle is over. Ugh. A thigh, you. A thumb for the masculine plural and a thon for the feminine plural. So you do have the difference between a masculine plural and a feminine plural. I believe we touched on that last week. I'll briefly touch on it real quick again. So for an example, if this would be the singular, the atha, that's the H. The atha is the singular. The masculine plural of that would be a thumb.
So like you, money man. You know, I'm listening to you the whole time through. Make sure you make a distinction between the feminine and the masculine.
Common concept.
Plural, feminine, and the singular feminine, the plural masculine, and the plural feminine.
Common kind. So like that La-Sha-Wan was just saying, the masculine plural will be the a thumb, and then the feminine plural will be the a thigh. You see, and I'll write that out. So I'll just put a MPL to let you know that this is the masculine plural, and then a thigh is the feminine plural. And as you see in the original, it's just a thigh, which is the singular. Got that? Yahweh Shamar al-Athai. And then for a basic prayer for the meals, start out with Yahweh, Bahashem, I think I can get the last one on there. Barak. And this is the same, well, the beginning of it is the same as the salute to the brothers. So this will help you with familiarity of it, should help in the pronunciation and readily using it when you want to as well. The key to learning it is the usage of it. As much as possible, as often as you remember, try to use it. Whether it's by yourself, when you're going over things, you're talking to your kids, you're going over what you're making for dinner. If you know a couple words, go over it with the kids. The kids will pick it up quick as well. There's fun. So that's an easy way to get them acclimated as you're learning. So you have the Most High. In the name of I jumped the gun a little bit. It's actually supposed to be by Shimmy Howard Shah, which you know is and that is Jesus, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus.
Yeah, right.
And I'll finish the last part at the bottom, and I'll leave this at the top. So you have the Barak, Kal, Zawa, Sayum. Make it a little bit closer to get it all on one line. guess I still don't have it up. Write it right up there. So, there we go. So the Barak is the blessed. The Ma'akal is food. So you can look at these or jot this down, put it aside for another vocabulary word. The za, which is the za and the ha connected, za, which is the za and the ha connected, is this. And drink. The wa is the and the yum is drink. Shafayum is drink, wa and za is. So we already covered the writing and the Hebrew characters of the first and the saluting of the brothers because it's the same. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barak. So the characters for the food, this and the drinks would be the ma'akal. And remember, when you start writing in the Hebrew, you go from right to left. You have the ma, the a, the ka, and the la. The ka and the la is connected. So you have the ma'akal, the a, which is just the wa, the and, which is just the wa. And then you have the sha, the yum. Sha, the yum. So you have the wa, sha, sa, the yum. Just, yeah. So you have the ma'akal, wa, sha, tha, the tha and the ha are connected, and the ya and the ma are connected. So thahayum, thayum, salakia. No pause, not no tha ha, because it's connected. And the last one I'm gonna go over real quick. I know we're getting on 8 o'clock. Is the saluting of the Torah. And of course, we start off the same. Well, I'm not gonna say of course, but we start off the same. Ya, ha, well, pause, space, connected. Ba, Hashem. I'm gonna put this in two lines so it won't be too congested. Your ha was shy. Barak, yeah. Which simply says the Most High in the name in the name of Jesus, of course, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. We need to put some respect on that man's name. And it's just like, it's real funny. I think it's real funny how everywhere else, when you go to China or a Chinese person come over here, go to Europe, they're going to give that man a proper name. Like, I go to China, they're not going to transliterate my name. They're going to call me David, and they're going to pronunciate it in whatever tongue they have, but it's still going to be David. But it's funny how they just changed this man's name. They didn't give him the proper name. They just changed it. But we know who it is. That's what's important. Barak is of course blessed, and Yah is me. So realistically, in the writing it out in the Hebrew characters, everything will be the same as the last one, except the Barak Yah, which is blessed, and the Yah, of course, is simply that in the Hebrew character. Let me write that a little bit better. So again, go over these daily. Next week, I'm going to go over some more vocabulary words. We're definitely going to hit in the tenses and the conjugations. We'll probably start in the present, we'll start in the past, then move to present, and then the future tense. We'll go over simple word structure for those, and then we'll probably break out a prayer, go over it. We'll say it out loud, we'll write it out, and then we'll write it out in the Hebrew characters. So when we go over our Sabbath service prayers, we'll be more familiarized with the speech of it. We'll be more familiarized when we see it. And then, Lord willing, when we all have Torahs in the Hebrew, we'll be able to read it, follow along, and progress from there. Again, this is Officer Katab holding the La-Sha-Wan for God's class down for the mighty priest and officer, La-Sha. If you have any questions, definitely put them in the chat. I'll make sure we look them over. We'll get to them. I'll definitely bring them out the next time we're in front of you. Shalom, Lord Christ is real.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Boy, this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?